review a little bit more with linear equations and linear functions. Most of what we're going to look at, you can look back at your 5-3 notes to help you. The first part of the first IXL that you are going to complete is determining if a graph shows linear or nonlinear. Nonlinear just means not linear. So you should know what the graph of a linear equation looks like. If you don't, go back and look at your 5-3 notes and that'll help you. Non-linear means it's just not a linear graph. Okay, so anything that's not linear when you were to graph it, all of those are non-linear. For the equations though, we should talk a little bit more about that. So linear equations versus nonlinear. So linear equations, which are what you've focused on mostly this year. Linear equations have x, no exponents. No square roots. Whereas nonlinears it's not that they have to have exponents, but they might. So you might have like an x squared or an x cubed. They can have, so let's say they can have square roots. I mean, that's really the biggest difference there. So a couple of examples of both. Y equals 2x plus 4 is linear. Y equals 3x squared minus 7 is not linear because we have the x squared right there. Two x squared plus 3x equals y is not linear because we have x squared. So yeah, we have a 3x, but because we have this exponent, that makes that not linear. Four x plus 3y equals 8 is linear. We don't have any exponents, we don't have any square roots, it's just x's and y's. Three to the power of x plus y equals 7 is not linear because our exponent, we've got 3 to the x. That makes that not linear. This is actually kind of a tricky one. 4 divided by x equals y is not linear because x is in the denominator. Okay, so that's not something we talked about, but you might see it on your IXL. If your variable, either one of your variables are in the denominator, it is not linear. Okay. 3x plus 7 plus 8y equals 5x is linear because on all of these, all of our x's and our y's have no exponents, so none of them are in the denominator. We don't have any square roots, any of that. That is linear. For square root of x equals y, not linear because of the square root of x. Okay? So hopefully that gives you a good idea of how to determine if an equation is linear or not linear. Now, at this point, we're going to move on and talk about the second IXL. Okay, so the second IXL gives you some coordinate point, and then it asks you if it makes the equation true. So it might give you something like 3, 5, and ask if that is true for the equation y equals x, or sorry, x equals y. The very simple way to do this is you are given an x value and a y value. So you should plug your x value in for x and your y value in for y. So x is 3 and y is 5. And you're just going to see if this is true. Is 3 equal 5? Says no, so this is false. 3, 5 is not true for this equation y equals, or x equals y. If I give you the equation or the point for 3, and I ask you if it makes the equation y equals 2x minus 5 true, well, once again, we take our x value and we take our y value and you plug them in for x and for y. So y, which is 3, equals 2 times x, which is 4, minus 5. 3 equals, this time we got to do a little bit of math over here. We got to do our 2 times 4 minus 5, which having a calculator handy would probably be useful. You can type this whole thing right here into Desmos just like this, 2 times 4 minus 5, and it will give you your answer. 2 times 4 minus 5 gives me 3. So does 3 equal 3? Yes. So this is true. So it's simply just plugging in your coordinate point and seeing if it is true. So does this point, -6, make the equation y equals x true? So take your x value and your y value and plug them into the correct places. Y, which is -6, equals x, which is -6. Does -6 equal -6? Yes, it does. So this is true. What about 0, -3? For the equation y equals 4x minus 3. So take your x value and take your y value, plug them in. Y is -3 equals 4 times 0 minus 3. We've got -3 on the left. This you can type into Desmos if you need to. 4 times 0 minus 3 gives you -3. Does -3 equal -3? Yes, it does. This is true. One more example, and then you should be pretty good to do on your own. Does the coordinate point -2, 4 make the equation 2x minus y equals 10? So same thing, take your x value and your y value and plug them in. We've got 2 times -2 minus y is 4 equals 10. So 2 times the x value minus the y value. The left side, this is something you can type into Desmos. 2 times -2 minus 4. 2 times -2 minus 4. So 2, your time sign, and then -2, then minus 4 gives you -8. Equals, nothing here on the right side. Does -8 equal 10? No, it does not, so this is false.